welcome to another OGDuffy top 10 in the video game series, and this time we're looking at this bad boy. Nintendo Game Boy. Needs no introduction, an absolutely awesome bit of kit. First real great portable system you could buy. Although it was only sort of grayscale and black and white, it was absolutely awesome. I mean, it had volume controls, had contrast controls, a couple of basic control panel there, as you can see. You had your select, your start, your A and B button and your D-pad. It was a cartridge based system. Cartridges come, bought your cartridges, slot them in, click. It was classic Nintendo. You'd put 4 AA batteries in this bad boy and it seemed to last a very long time, so it was great for power conservation too. Absolutely great bit of kit. So I'm going to give you my top 10 games for this, the Game Boy. So kicking off in 10th position. It's not a game. Bit controversial, I know. It's a peripheral. Yes, it's the Game Boy camera. Nintendo were giving you selfies before selfies existed. Take a look.
When it's least expected, you're elected, you're the star today. Smile, you're on Game Boy camera. It's fun to look at yourself as other people do. How's your sense of humor? There's a rumor, laughter's on its way. Smile, you're on Game Boy camera.
Yes, with Game Boy camera, you can turn photography into photography.
Smile, you're on Game Boy camera.
In 9th position, the classic. A great movie tie-in, which was a bit of a rarity, because the movie tie-ins on video games were never really that great. But this one was RoboCop. There we have, this was a great shoot 'em up side scroller, going along, shooting the enemies, jumping, etc. What was great about it, had great other little in-games like this one you see here, so it would break up the gameplay. Also, it was very true to the film. It was great. So a thoroughly great film and a thoroughly great game. In at number 8, a complete Nintendo exclusive, Donkey Kong, but here he is, Donkey Kong Land. What a platform game this was. Here we go, this game featured Diddy and Donkey Kong. It was just a brilliant platformer. Graphically, it really did push the limits of the Game Boy. This was also available on the SNES, and they tried to keep it as close as they could, obviously without the colours and stuff, and they did a damn good job of it. The gameplay was as good as the SNES, and of course it was in a portable version, which obviously the SNES wasn't. Lucky 7, another Nintendo exclusive. Of course, where would any Nintendo top 10 be without Zelda? And here we go, Zelda Link's Awakening. Zelda Link's Awakening. They made a great job of this. To fit it on such a small handheld like this and make it look so good, they did a brilliant job. They made this shortly after they completed The Legend of Zelda on the SNES, and it shows. The graphics were not dissimilar, the gameplay was equally as good, and the whole game was brilliant. A real testimony to Nintendo. Now, also during this game there's lots of little shots to Mario and things like that, and there's several characters that you know from Mario World, etc. So it was interesting, and also there was a character in it called Marion who looked distinctly like Mario, albeit a female version. But again, another crossover, a superb game. It was filled hours, this did, and it was brilliant. Another great job on such a small console. Brilliant, outstanding. In at 6, a Kirby game, but not your typical Kirby platformer. No, this one was pinball. It was amazing. I played this to death, mate. It was a great game. Take a look. Now, Kirby was generally a platform game, but this time he was in pinball. It was great, and I'll tell you what was great about this was the amount of screens and the amount of gameplay with it. Every sort of table, of which there were 3, had 3 different screens to it, and then when you reached the very top, if you finished a certain angle to it, you managed to get through to like a boss level. There was where you had to score goals in football. You had to, here's one of the boss levels now, and you had to do all sorts. And there was lots of, and there was ample, and it was a great game and very high scoring, and it just kept you coming back for more. It was a real original title and one of the best pinball games I've ever played on a video console. Superb. At number 5, Kirby's Dream Land. A great game. Well, the one thing the Game Boy certainly wasn't short of was platform games, and amazing quality ones at that. Graphically, they just got better and better for such a simple system. And look at this bad boy, this just done brilliantly. The gameplay with this was brilliant, the end of level bosses, etc. It really was a great platformer. Everyone enjoyed it, it was a great game, it sold bucket loads, and it's still popular to this very day. So, well done to Kirby, your second appearance. Good show. In at number 4. Graphically, not the greatest game, but the gameplay more than made up for it. Mario Golf, a superb game. So as I've already said, this wasn't the greatest game in the world graphically. The sound was good, but apart from that, it was very basic. But this really did fill time, and it was a great simulation. You played several courses, there was lots of different holes to play, and you drive off the tee. What's not to love? It's basic golf game, but it was very playable, and it wasted many an hour on the Game Boy, especially if you're on a journey and stuff. The greens were very good, because as you can see there was different sort of angles and slopage, so there was a bit of skill involved. You had to counteract for the wind and all that sort of good stuff, and overall a brilliant game. Not graphically the best, but it's easily a top 4. And in at number 3, again Mario returns, but this time Super Mario Land. Here we go, I was lucky enough to get this bundle with my Game Boy back in the day, and this was an amazing game. I played it and played it and played it. It's just classic Mario platform gaming at its finest. Has all the little secrets to find, all that sort of good stuff. But on top of all that, it wasn't the hardest Mario game either. It was quite playable, very easily. A nice easy game. I mean, you could get numerous lives. Lives were 2 a penny. They gave you loads. Like I say, there was lots of secrets. You travelled many different lands. The tunes were great, and the platform action was great. It just kept coming back to it. Featured submarine levels and aeroplane levels, as you can see here. And all in all, probably one of the best platform games I've ever put hours into. Really loved this. It was awesome. If you've not played it, get it. You'll love it. And at number 2, the classic, needs no introduction. Everyone's heard of this. Pokemon Red and Blue. These were absolutely amazing games. Sold a ton of cartridges and was a major success. Put Pokemon on the map. Well, the kids were out there collecting the cards, and what better way to add to that than producing a great game. And here they did several. They did blue and red to begin, and other colours followed later on. Basically in the game you play Ash, or whichever you wanted to name your character. You go around different worlds and you're picking and collecting Pokemon and battling as you go. And of course when you battle, what happens? You level up. All the kids loved it. It was just great. It sold in bucket loads. There was loads of copies of this floating about. But if you wanted to pick one up today, they're not going that cheap. So you get on eBay, you still got to pay a premium price for these, especially if they're in good condition with the proper covers and stuff. But it was a great game. Kids loved it. I think adults loved it too, and as I said, it just sold bucket loads. So what top 10 wouldn't be complete without featuring one of the classic Pokemon titles from the Game Boy days. A true portable classic which involved the collecting and added it all together. A great job. And at number 1, you know it, I know it, superb game, come packaged with the Game Boy in the UK, Tetris. Now, I played this game to death, and it's the only game I know that appealed to adults, kids, everybody, no matter what age you were. It was a classic game. It's still classic to this day. If you put this on, you won't stop playing it, trust me. Had several game modes, and it just lives on today. I mean, even now you can pick it up on the Nintendo Switch, and with Tetris 99 and other variations coming out. It lives on, and it will never age. It's just a brilliant game. Everyone knows it, surely. The soundtrack was great, all very Russian. Superb game. If you watch the video and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching.